Okay, guys, so part two. So this woman isn't acknowledging me, this leader, right? She's got security on her. And I'm like, yeah, you didn't ask, she basically didn't ask me what I thought of the church service. So I said, yeah, so I'm his mom and I didn't like your church service at all. And she's like, oh, sorry to hear that. And I said, yeah, you have a woman pastor. So that's not biblical at all. And she's like, well, we all have to draw a line in the sand, right? And I go, exactly between being biblical and being false, right? And I walked away. Walk away from people who are trying to pull you in and give you false doctrine. There's churches that yes, they have a couple personal interactional issues, but when you're talking about doctrine, it's huge. So, I was talking to my son about this and he's like, he was telling me what he thought, and he's like, "You think I don't read the Bible?" And I go, "Exactly. I think you go from church to church and you're not in the Word." So when we are in the Word of God, we know what the Word says. And when someone says to you, "Oh, I just think that you're, picking and choosing what you want," is it in the Bible? Excuse me. Yes, it is. All right. We're not talking about having peanut butter and jelly sandwich compared to steak. Does it really matter? No. We are talking about women pastors are not biblical. And men are have always been historically the leaders, always. So men are going to have a huge amount of accountability as teachers, and pastors have to be above reproach. They have to be very particular with how they speak, which words they use, how much they're in the word. And when you see a woman pastor, it says a man doesn't want to do his job. Women are not to be teaching men in a church setting at all. And even in marriage, the man is the head, right? We know that it's not the woman. You can have a strong woman, but the man is still the leader. And so when you see churches like this, I said to my son, don't be bringing me to these stupid churches. Don't be wasting my time with these stupid, stupid churches. So I'm very particular. Online, I have watched churches, which I have a church I watch online because I'm very particular about how men discern the word of God. It is so important. And um so I'm like, yeah, just bring me home because this church is really stupid. And I saw it when I walked in. I saw how spiritually unhealthy these people looked. You can tell a lot just when you walk into a church. You can see things when you have been to many churches, as I have. And that's a church that you can't fix. It's not a church you could be like, okay, I'll go in here and, serve on my side, but it's a church that is not your customer and you cannot fix when they've gotten to that point of letting women lead the church, right? So I'm someone who lets my guys go as a mom. You let your guys go. So why would grown men want